Okay, it is currently 9:26 a.m. on Monday, April 14th, 2025. We have your NHL picks for today. And like usual, we're going to start with yesterday's recap, okay? We went 5 for 9, which wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Um it could have been better. It could have went better for us, but sometimes you lose some close ones. Starting, we had Ottawa. We had the Lightning and Calgary all hit on the money line. If St. Louis or Minnesota lose their last game of the season and Calgary wins their final two, boys, we might see the Flames sneak in the playoffs here and push one of these guys out. Under on the Jets and the Oilers, and the over on the Ducks and Colorado hit as well for us. Then we went over 5.5 on Boston versus Penguins and over 5.5 on the Leafs and Canes, and both those ended at 5 apiece. Also, should have went with Columbus as they're creeping. I don't know why we're creeping back into the race, just a few points behind Montreal for the last playoff spot. And the Devil, whoa. Oh yeah. And then the Devils and Isles we had over, and it was 1-0. So okay. So I thought that was a pick. That's why I got confused there. Anyways, moving on to today, we have 5 games. A little harder to call because we're in that funny part of the season where a lot of guys just don't play, especially if they're gearing up for the playoffs. So, first up, we have Dallas versus Detroit. I'm expecting Dallas to be sitting a lot of their guys. Colorado's season has ended, and they ain't catching Winnipeg for the division. So I could see them pulling a lot of their guys out for these final 2 games. Dallas has also been sucking as of late. They're selling our shit left, right, and center, blowing that game against Vancouver. I haven't seen a good game since from them. Guys, I'm feeling risky with this one. I think Detroit continues to make Dallas struggle heading into the playoffs. At this point, Dallas isn't too concerned, though, with their spot being locked in, but we are taking Detroit on the money line. And then next up, we have Montreal versus Chicago. The Habs should be out in full forces trying to lock down the final wild card spot. I think they need literally like 1 point, and it should be theirs, or maybe 2. I think they get it done. I'm taking the Habs on the money line. Next, we have the Rangers versus the Panthers. Here's another one where I think Florida's going to be trying to pick up another win. They're going to be fighting for home ice advantage over the Leafs or the Lightning, whoever don't win the division. I'm going to take Florida money line on this one. Next, we have the Utah Hockey Club versus the Nashville Predators. I think the Preds have just given up at this point. I've said that before, and they did. Utah is looking like they want to finish the season strong. I'm taking Utah on the money line. Go get her done tonight, boys. There's like 2 games left here, guys, and then it's playoffs. So next up, we have actually a very good game here. We have the Kings versus the Oilers. This is probably the best game of the night. These two are neck and neck in the Pacific, with the Oilers trailing the Kings by 2 points. A win for the Oilers here could help them get home ice advantage in the first round. I think this could be a close one, but it's hard to say. But I'm going to take the under 5.5 on this one. And last but not least, maybe least, we have the San Jose Sharks versus the Vancouver Canucks. I think San Jose has it locked down for dead last in the NHL, and I think they're going to let the boys go out and play for and get the W. I'm going to take the over 5.5 on this one. And those are your 5 games for today. I will recap them. First, we have Dallas versus Detroit. We are taking Detroit on the money line. We have Montreal versus the Blackhawks. We're taking Montreal on the money line. We have the Rangers versus Florida. We're taking Florida on the money line. We have Utah versus Nashville. We're taking Utah on the money line. LA versus the Oilers. We're taking the under 5.5. And the Sharks versus the Canucks. We're taking the over 5.5. And those are your NHL picks for Monday, April 14th. Get after it today, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.